What's up guys, I'm back with another video. Now after my first vlog of using my Phantom 2, learning how to use it, my experiences doing that, I had a couple people ask me for a tour of my Phantom setup. So this is the Phantom 2 Vision, which I am borrowing from a buddy for a project this summer. And I just thought we'd go through it and have a tour of everything it comes with and the case. And then I'll talk briefly about some of the things I learned after having carried this around and used it that you might want to consider for your Phantom case or actually your any kind of quadcopter case and setup. So first off, this is the case. Now I don't know if all of this is going to be in the shot, but you can see it's absolutely massive. Now this is cool because, well, as you can see, it's been flowing on the plane and it's been fragile, and it's cool because you can put absolutely everything that goes to your quadcopter in this case and move it around without ever having to worry about it being damaged. But I think it's bigger than absolutely necessary. This is the Nunuk 945 case from customcaseco.com, and well, it's huge. So we'll just go ahead here and open it up. And there's what's inside. So one of the things you're going to notice right away is that the blades of the DJI Phantom are actually able to be kept on while it's being stored in this case, and that's cool. It makes setup time way faster and it's easier to get out of the case and start flying, but it means that the case is quite a bit larger than necessary. You can see back here at the back, there's a lot of wasted space back here, which is just there so these blades have somewhere to go inside the case. There are battery cutouts for the batteries, a charger cutout, and some stuff down here, but I think you could probably get the same amount of stuff into this case in a little bit smaller form factor, and it might be a little bit less unwieldy to carry around. This thing does take up a huge amount of space, but that's my talk on the case. Now let's look at what's inside here. So the first thing is, of course, the DJI Phantom 2 Vision with some high torque blades on it. And then there's also some spare blades in there. Those are not the high torque ones, those are the original ones. Then there's the smart batteries. So 1, 2, and they have a lot of smart batteries. I don't really think you need 4 smart batteries. I think with my experience, basically 2 of these is enough for a solid day of shooting. About 15 minutes per battery, 18 minutes per battery, 20 is what I'm finding I get. 2 of those does provide you with enough time to shoot. Generally after about 40 minutes, you get pretty kind of bored of flying it. You end up out of things to shoot and other things to capture. Now, if you're going to be doing more commercial shoots, using it for stuff like that, of course, you do need that extra battery power, but generally, I think 2 is kind of the right number. 1, you'll be a little disappointed because you'll probably have to stop flying before you're totally done with what you need, but the 4, I think, is a little bit of overkill. Then there's the remote. Now, this is the old style remote with the Wi-Fi bridge extender on there. Basically, this connects to the Wi-Fi on the camera, and then this connects to your phone, and the latency is actually really good. I haven't done a full test of it yet, but it is noticeably real time in comparison to even something like the GoPro app, so that's really great. One thing about this case and remote combo, which is kind of funny, is because the remote goes in this way up, that power switch on the remote often gets bumped on when you're putting it into the case, which is a little bit of a problem. I have actually killed a couple sets of batteries by putting this in the case and not hearing that beep if I'm outside or somewhere loud. So if you do get a case like this, maybe in your custom cutting your own foam, put it so that that battery, the power switch slides in, so the power switch gets slid off when you slide into the case, not on. Just kind of one of those little things you realize once you start using this stuff every day. Then of course there's a clip for your phone, which mounts onto here. And this is where your live view goes. So that gets fed onto your phone via the app. Now on these original kind of Phantom 2 era remotes, they have a clip for a smartphone. On the newer ones, of course, there's a clip for a larger iPad. Then we get the last bits in the case here. There's the switching charger for those batteries, which does actually charge surprisingly quickly. I'm really impressed with how fast it can charge up these smart batteries. One thing that's a little bit funny with the smart batteries, if you only drain them about 10 or 15% and try to recharge them, they won't actually charge. You do have to basically fully drain them, or at least drain them to about 20% battery life or 50% battery life remaining before they'll start charging. So there have been occasions when you'll get a battery like this where it's not completely drained, but maybe you've flown with it for about 5 or 10 minutes and it actually won't be able to recharge because the charger sees it as full and doesn't want to continue charging it. Just a little oddity there. And then there's just some spare hardware, some spare mounting brackets, a little USB charger for the smart remote or for the Wi-Fi extension bridge, and a screwdriver and wrench to pull off the blades and take the Phantom apart if you need to do that. We'll have more footage of the inside of the Phantom in an upcoming video when we're installing the new gimbal. But until then, that was a tour of what's inside this Phantom 2 Vision case and the setup that I'm currently using to shoot with when I go out shooting with the Phantom. Guys, this was another video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Leave a comment down below if there's things which you want to see more of, things you're curious about, questions, anything like that. Leave them down below. I read them and I will get back to you. Well, I won't say I will get back to you. I may get back to you if I manage to. And guys, most of all, until next time, thank you very much for watching.